Welcome back to our conversation with House Speaker Robert DeLeo. And Mr. Speaker, recently an investigation led by an outside consultant cleared Representative Paul McMurtry of the claim that he grabbed a female legislator's backside at an event last year. And according to the report, the alleged victim refused to cooperate with the investigation or even to confirm that something occurred. Some observers are saying this whole thing, Peter Lucas of the Lowell Sun is one of them, that this whole thing was an effort by critics of you and your leadership team to smear you. Is that true?
I don't know, obviously, exactly what the intent was. The only thing I can say is the fact that we have an extremely exhaustive process for events such as this to make sure that we do our best to make sure that if anyone feels that they have been wronged in any way, that they have the ability to bring the matter forward. We have a process in the House, a very thorough process in the House that we had with the assistance of former Attorney General Coakley and other specialists in the field to make sure, again, that people feel safe and secure in their work setting. Having said that, having gone through the process and thoroughly gone through the process, the committee found, because of any lack of evidence or anyone really stepping forward to collaborate the story, that the that Chairman McMurtry was vindicated.
Well, I mean, what was this?
I'm sorry?
What was this? What happened here?
Well, I don't know. Again, the only thing I have is the executive summary. I'm not allowed, nor am I part of any of the process. The special committee based it on, I'm told, that the lack of evidence, number one.
Let me put it this way.
They had some...
Excuse me for interrupting. Yeah. Let me put it this way. Do you feel under attack?
I think there are certain representatives, maybe, who for whatever reason may be unhappy with me. But having said that, I think that the overwhelming support which I have received from the body is very gratifying to me. So I feel, very secure in terms of my relationship with the House. It's like any position, whether you're Nancy Pelosi in Washington or Bob DeLeo here in Massachusetts, there are always folks who feel you can do something better or in a different fashion, and I'm okay with that. If someone feels that they have a better idea than I'm going through, I'll listen to them and we'll take it from there. I'm open to any and all suggestions. As you know, I work in extremely bipartisan fashion, so we'll see.
We got to wrap it up, but one last thing. From the day, this happens with any speaker, from the day you take on that post, the speculation begins about when you might leave.
Yes.
That's just the nature of the beast.
Right.
But lately there has been a lot of buzz about your intentions.
Yes.
Are you contemplating retiring from the House?
No, I am not. Again, I've had great support from the membership, not only in terms of their strong votes to keep me a speaker, but their visits to my office. Although they may not agree with me on every particular issue, I think they really feel like they like the way I lead the House. They feel it's an inclusive process. I feel they feel it's a fair process, and I think they also feel that's probably something that we can, that the folks in other states and especially in Washington can learn a little bit in terms of how we get things done, and we are getting things done. And as long as we do that, I think we'll have a great relationship, and I think we'll move Massachusetts forward.
And you're not getting tired, maybe thinking of taking my job?
No.
Oh,
no,
excellent.
Not at all.
Glad
I don't think anyone could take your job.
Well said. Well said, Mr. Speaker. Thanks very much for being here.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Come back again soon.
I look forward to it.
House Speaker Robert DeLeo. That's